Hey everybody, what's up? So, new year, I was thinking, well, what I'm doing right now is just practicing. And while I'm practicing, I thought I would drop a few thoughts of mine on what my expectations were for the new year. So I don't know about you guys, but in some countries they do like the whole New Year's resolution thing. And I've been there, I've done that, and I just don't know. I just stink at setting goals for myself. Because I invariably fall through, and then I just end up beating myself up. So what I've learned so far here is don't take the launch boost, the perfect. And if you get the perfect, then more often than not you'll jump over this right here. And while there's some sense to it, it doesn't set you up very well for this next jump. So if I get the perfect, you can see I accidentally hit my nose on that thing. If I get the perfect, then the overdrive pops at the wrong time. And if I do manage to jump before I hit that lip, then I hyper-accelerate. Oops, I tried to jump. Or I hit the pedals to jump, but it didn't jump. But I found that if I don't take the super, or the perfect, and it puts me in that position, it pops earlier. The videos I've seen, Verishak and Vocope, neither of them jump there. But I never make that jump if I don't. I don't know what I'm doing differently. To time that boost to land at the right time, I try to start holding my thumb before I pass that column. See what I mean? If I don't jump there, I don't make it. Bump. See that column right there? This column here. When I'm moving, when I hit right about here, that's when I start holding the pedal down so that boost launches in the right spot. And if you get a good jump there, you don't have to land until you get to the finish line. But getting that all together in one run is quite difficult, to say the least. Because if that fires late or early, you end up with problems there. So it shouldn't be too hard to beat my best time. But so far I've completely failed to do it. early. So my thought on that jumping early was maybe it would help if I got an early jump, because I want to land earlier over here so I can get speed to that second jump. Anyway, so what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to jump too early again. Predictions for 2023. And I apologize if this seems outright biased and political, because it is. But deal with it. Alright. Prediction number 1. More MSM layoffs, with a push for legislation to regulate the internet media, which will have the offshoot of making what the social networks did to us in 2020 entirely legal, thus eliminating any problems that they might have with people getting bent out of shape over the Twitter files. Division between the Reds and the Blues in the USA will grow as both sides begin sanctioning violent retribution for the violence of the other, aided by defunding the police to the point where they cannot effectively intervene. And they kind of already did that, so it's not much of a prediction there. Yeah, I was late on that. Schools will be further besieged by angry parents, waking up to the sexualization of minors and pervasive LGBTQ agenda being shoved into their kids' minds. Schools will be unwilling for the most part to bend, leading to a new resurgence of homeschooling and charter private schooling, which also means a corresponding increase in interest in voucher programs. Medicine will continue to get more expensive, and alongside it, the need to work, or the need to have a job with insurance just to stay above water. Prices of oil will continue to go down, leading to a welcome dip in food prices. And the current administration will, of course, take all the credit when it was nothing they did. In fact, they were pressuring the oil companies to drop the prices early for the sake of their elections, even though it would significantly hurt the long-term oil futures. So no, they don't get gloating rights for that. Let's see. I also posed Donald Trump will continue to embarrass himself at every opportunity because it keeps his name on everybody's lips. Not that he actually needs to, because the Blue Party does that for free. Biden will declare his intent to run in 2024 formally, but the DNC will plot behind his back to put in somebody else, run against him. Somebody who can actually speak coherent English. Disney and woke Hollywood will continue their death spiral into obscurity while wailing about how it's our fault for being racist, homophobe bigots for not watching their garbage. The few Republican lawmakers who actually care about what their constituents care about, will try to push for prosecution of Anthony Fauci and the FBI for colluding to censor American public and destroy our freedom of speech, but will be ultimately sabotaged by their own from within, meaning nothing will come of it. Hackers or citizen journalists will break into FBI court records or state or federal records, wherever those are kept, and attempt to find that elusive Ghislaine Maxwell client list. But in doing so, will ruin every possibility of being able to trust the information, and thus the whole thing will get thrown out. It's a long shot, but, gotta take a few long shots. Edward Snowden will continue to not be pardoned. More billions of dollars will be spent on the proxy war with Russia, with Ukraine. Once again, working as a laundering operation to funnel that money away from the military and back into Democrat campaigns. Let's see. People of color should rise up en masse to condemn BLM for spending all the money they raised on LGBTQ issues in Democrat campaigns and not on improving black lives. But they won't. And the last one is, the wide internet culture of victimization and virtue signaling will keep up their efforts to step on Elon Musk for actually overcoming everything they say they are victims of to become one of the most successful people the world has ever seen. And did it within the system of the USA. So, those are my predictions for 2013. For better or for worse. Or not 2013, 2023. I'm living in the past here. Trying to drive and think at the same time is hard. Which might be why I don't actually have a valid driver's license at the moment. No, just kidding. About that being why I don't have one. Not that I don't have one, I don't have one. It expired, and I haven't been able to get it renewed because of a technicality. See, there was a time when I was really big into social gaming. I was playing EVE Online. And while playing EVE Online, I got very little sleep, and I started to have trouble staying awake behind the wheel. And I confided that to somebody who told somebody else, and the next thing you know, the government comes down and says, well, now you can't drive your car if you don't prove you won't fall asleep behind the wheel. Which I can understand that, right? But now I have to go do a whole sleep study and get certifications, and those people are always busy, and you have to go... It's paperwork, and the paperwork's in progress. I have to get certified that I won't fall asleep behind the wheel before I can get my driver's license renewed. And I put it off to the last minute like I usually do, because I'm a normal human being. And here we have this situation where I no longer have a valid driver's license. I'm working on it. I should have it by the end of the week. have one really good run where I just skipped jumping off the top completely and just flew. But I think I had to get the perfect to do that. Nope, bump the nose. I don't think it popped. Oof. Alright, that was close. Anyway, keep trying things, keep practicing. Do what works best for you. And don't fail like I do. And get your stuff renewed. Have a great day, guys.